And welcome back. Today we're going to be making Japanese ginger pork or shogayaki. And this is our main ingredient, ginger. And I know ginger is not everyone's cup of tea, and actually it wasn't mine when I first moved to Japan either, but a lot of Japanese dishes and a lot of Asian cuisine have ginger in it, so it started growing on me little by little. So hopefully this grows on you too. And if you've never cooked with ginger before, that's okay. We're gonna get started now and I'll show you how to peel it. This recipe is really straightforward and pretty easy, so let's get started. And this is shogayaki.
Okay, so to start with, we're just gonna put a paper towel down on our cutting board, and that's just gonna help us with cleaning up later. And peeling ginger is just like peeling a potato or carrot. It's just not as smooth, so that's why we're using a spoon today. Because the ginger is round and bumpy and it has all these nubs on it, the spoon's really gonna get into all of these places, and it'll really make our ginger nice and clean in the end. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time peeling this ginger, and it's gonna look nice and clean, just like this. So you can get in all these crevices right here too. All right, now that we have our clean ginger, we're just gonna clean up our cutting board. So let's take that paper towel and just get it out of here. All right, so next we're gonna be taking our ginger that we just peeled and we're gonna be grating it. And today I'm using a microplane. And if you don't have one of these in your kitchen, you really need to get one. They're great for zesting citrus fruits, for grating roots like I'm doing today. If you don't have one, pick one up. I'll put a link in the description below. And today we're gonna be grinding up about half of our ginger. As you can see, it's nice and grated like this. And we're just gonna put it in a bowl for later. This is what we're gonna marinate our meat in. All right, so the cut of meat that we're gonna be using for this dish is actually豚ロース, and that's just a pork loin, but it's cut really thin, maybe about 2 or 3 millimeters thin. And what we're gonna do is put half a tablespoon of cooking sake on the meat, and then we're also gonna be adding the grated ginger that we just grated. Now, after you put the ginger on it, just make sure to really rub in this ginger and the sake. We really wanna make sure that this meat has some of that ginger taste when we're cooking it. So just really get it in there, massage it, and then we're just gonna leave it off to the side for a couple of minutes before we start frying it up. All right, let's start cooking. We got our hot pan, and we're just gonna put our pork in there. And we wanna make sure that we don't overcrowd our pan. And just put all of your pork in here, and we're gonna be cooking for a couple of minutes on each side. We wanna make sure that it's browned. And I cook with these are saibashi, they're cooking chopsticks. They're quite long so you don't get burned when you're cooking like this. But you can use them or use a spatula or anything else. But after it's been cooked on both sides, we're just gonna take some paper towel and we're just gonna soak up some of the oil. Now, after we've soaked up some of the oil, we're just gonna put our pork back in the pan, and then we're gonna start adding some of our seasonings. And it's pretty simple. It's just a tablespoon and a half of soy sauce, half a tablespoon of sugar, and half a tablespoon of mirin. All right, after we put that in, just start making sure that everything's coated, cook for a little bit, and that's it. That's shogayaki right there. Pretty easy, just make sure not to burn it. And one last thing I'm gonna do with my shogayaki is I'm gonna serve it with a salad, which I'll show you right here. So, enjoy.
All right, so we've just finished our shogayaki, and today I'm going to be eating this with a cabbage salad. For my salad, I thinly sliced my cabbage with my mandolin, and then I've also added shiso. Shiso is called beefsteak plant in English, and it's going to add some freshness to the cabbage salad. These kind of cabbage salads are found all over Japan, whether you're at a restaurant or at someone's house. But let's try our shogayaki. What we cooked earlier was a little big, so I cut it up a little bit. So cut it to the size that you like, and let's try. It's so tender. There's so much flavor. Wow. Okay, if you don't like ginger, you can just take a little bit away. If you want more ginger, just put some more in. Enjoy this dish. It's easy, it's quick. You're gonna like this. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Again, thanks for watching. Let's make some more Japanese food together. Just remember to follow along, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and I'll see you next time. Have fun cooking some Japanese food. Bye.